Hi guys, welcome back to another video of mine. I'm a little nervous. But I came into a conclusion that I was either gonna do a makeup video or a video of my friend's death. And I picked my friend's death because it was hard not only to me but to others. So I wanna start from the beginning. My teacher, well, counselor slash teacher, Mr. Gonzalez, he did a soccer team, and it was just Bravo kids, and I was in it. Soccer was really fun, actually. And there was this one day we had practice, and after practice we decided to go to my friend's house. So we went, we're walking, and we're going down where the Castle Rock apartments are, and I like ran into a couple people, but they were like far away from the distance, and I was with a couple of my friends, and like I felt like I knew someone from the group, besides the other two homies, and it was just an instant like bond, like we like connected after a few months not seeing each other or hanging out. And of course, like we were all talking shit to each other and stuff. It was a good time. It really was. So after like chatting it up and catching up, like one of them were like, "Oh, what are you guys gonna do?" And we're like, "Really, pretty much nothing. We're just gonna go hang out." And well, Ricky, my friend, good friend, I should say, he said if we wanted to come to his house, even though he was already moving out. So we decided to go, and we enter, and we seen a lot of similar faces, familiar faces. So we go in, and they're just like being nice to us, treating us like fam, saying if we want some tacos. I still remember the tacos. And we're sitting around, just chatting up with everybody. And they were like moving stuff around to get out of the house by tomorrow. And we went into the room where it was all empty, and it was a couple people, and we sat in a circle, and we rolled up a couple blunts, and we started smoking. And I specifically remember it was Ricky, and then one of our friends, and then me. And like just to like like tell him, I was like, "Hey, do you remember me?" He's like, "Of course I do. You fucking Veto's sister." And I was like, "Oh, all right." I was like, "Cause when we're talking shit outside, I didn't realize like if you knew me." He's like, "Yeah, I still remember him." So like that was a quick conversation we had, and then we started smoking. And then after we were done smoking, before we left, we said if they wanted help. So one of their friends came in the truck, and we started filling up the truck. And then after that, we chilled for a bit, and then we ended up leaving. So we go home. We all go home, actually. We end up getting picked up. And I end up going home. I probably just watched TV. And the next morning happened. And the next morning was already next morning. And I wake up, and then mom's like, "Oh, I'm going to go to your tia's. I'm going to go take her tortillas." And I was like, "Okay, I'll go with you." So we're going to my aunt's house, and my aunt lives right by Ricky's house. Well, his apartment. So it's Ricky's apartment, and like 2 houses down is my aunt's. So we go, and I get off to take the tortillas. I came back out, and I ran into Ricky, and I told him, "What are you guys doing?" He's like, "Oh, we're just finishing up packing up. I'm going to go to work. What are you going to do after work?" And I was like, "I'm probably just going to be home." And he said, "Hit me up." I end up never hitting him up. So we ended up saying bye. I got in the car, and then we drove off. My mom drove off, and I noticed him yelling something in the background of my mom's car. He was yelling something, And then a couple months later, my friend ends up telling me that he was yelling at us, you know, like my mom's car, thinking we were the landlord, saying fucking bitch and all this. And I was like, damn, dude, fucking shit. So we ended up going home, and I was just smoking, made some food, watch a couple movies, and I decided to go on my phone. And I went on Facebook, and I started noticing posts that I didn't want to like believe. And I remember one of my friends called me and said, hey, do you know someone named Ricky? And I said, yes, I do. And they said he passed away. And I said, how? And they said he got into a car crash and the tree killed him. So at that point, I didn't know what to think. I didn't know whether to go to the family's house or not. And I started seeing more posts and stuff, and I had hit up one of my friends that knew him very, very close. And I said, hey, do you know anything about this? Are they playing around or what? And he said, no, he was like getting off work or going to work, and he like kind of like fell asleep and he got in a car crash. I was like, is he okay? And he said that when they got there, he was pronounced dead. So at that point, I was kind of in shock. I kind of didn't want to believe it. And I kind of just was like, nah, he's alive. He's somewhere right now. He's probably just smoking, you know? So that night, so I can finally like get it to myself that he's gone, I went to the family's house. And a couple of the homies and friends were there. And they all got together and they were crying, and then they were saying that he's really gone. And like, you know, when you're shocked and you don't want to believe something? Well, that's how I was. I didn't want to believe it. I just thought about it like, no, this can't happen, you know? Like that meaning they say, one day you're here and the next day you're not. I believe the meaning because I had hanged out with him that night and seen him that morning, and then he's gone. So it was very hard for me to get through it all. I was just trying to be very supportive with the family and stuff, trying to be there for them and just comfort them, you know, in this hard moment. So I ended up going home and was like helping them, you know, just get some money and hopefully bury him soon, you know. And then a couple weeks passed, the rosary came up. I went to their house, his parents' house, and it was very packed. All the family was there. All his friends that love him were there. It was very stressful and hard. It was, I told myself I wasn't gonna cry. It was very sad, honestly. It took me a good hour to finally go in there and see him. Because it's not how I expected it to say goodbye to my friend. So I finally got the balls to go in there. Until this day, I can close my eyes and still see him in that casket. So I go, and my friend went with me, Jessica. And it like finally all hit me at once. I freaked out. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was trying to comfort me. I said my goodbyes and I walked back outside. And I seen everyone drinking, everyone just trying to get rid of the pain. But the pain couldn't go away. It honestly couldn't. So I started drinking a couple of shots and crazy, it started raining. It was pouring that night. And when it was pouring, I seen that they put a video. And I started seeing all the pictures of him when he was little and just growing up, pictures with him and his friends. It was good to be around everyone that loved him, you know? I couldn't stay long because, of course, my mom was like, hurry up, we gotta go home. So we ended up going home. And then that morning, I got up very, like, still depressed and stuff. And went to the funeral. It was beautiful. Very beautiful, but sad. I didn't want to say goodbye. I really didn't. Because it's like official when you're there at that spot. And once I grabbed the dirt, I had to put it on his casket. And I said, why would God want to take someone so quick like that? But then think about it, like, God only takes the ones that he chooses. And for a reason. So I gave him a kiss. And I walked around so people can go as well. And a couple minutes later, after it was almost done, I ended up leaving. The next day I came where they buried him at. I sat down there. I drank by myself, got drunk, cried a lot, asking why had God taken him that fast. Some of my family are kind of judgmental. They're just like, why do you go to the cemetery? Like, there's nothing of them there. But how I see it is that I feel like they're still there. And I feel like I can still see them. Not see them, but like I can feel them by me. And I can like talk to them. I know they're listening to me. I know it might sound crazy, but I feel comfort when I'm by them, even though they're buried. So I go here and there to go see him. You know, it's very hard, even with my other friends that passed away. It's very hard to just move on and just get over the fact that they left, you know? But their spirit is there. It's very hard, not only for me, but for everybody else that loved him a lot, especially his family. So a couple of days later, after I did go see him, that next day that they had buried him before, I had told God, I told him I was gonna go to you when my time is up with no tattoos or nothing. Like, I might always like talked about like, oh, I want tattoos, this and that, you know. I want to get some, you know, they're cool and stuff, but I kind of like wasn't gonna get any. And how he left that soon after I connected with him and it was a good bond, I decided to get his name tatted. Those of you know my tattoo that I got of him, the R.I.P. Ricky. It's the other way, but yeah. I end up getting a tattoo, and I don't really think about getting any other tattoos, you know. I kind of do want to get my grandma's tatted, but I'm not sure. But I kind of did make that promise that I didn't want to get no tattoos, but it hurt me a lot. I didn't have anything of him to remind me of him, you know? I helped clean up the house, his old apartment. We found a couple of letters when he would write his songs. He was a very good rapper. I'm telling you, he was. He would have made it big. I knew he would have. I just wanted something to, like, just remember him of. So that's why I got the tattoo. And I don't know if any of you guys are going through, like, a tragic friend's death or family issues or anything, you know. I suggest you guys not to hold it in, to talk to somebody about it, because it really does get to you when you hold everything in. It really does. You don't realize when you're depressed, when you're stressed out, anxiety kicks in like a motherfucker. It was very hard. It really was. For my other friend too, Tomas, it was very hard too. I didn't want to believe it either, but shit happens, you know. Last year was a year I hated. Last year, past last year, was a year I fucking hated so bad. Because all my friends started dying. People I cared for. Even this person that I considered my family, well, my grandpa. We used to call him Grandpa. First it was his wife, then it was him. That was very hard as well because we would always go to his house and drink up. His sisters would always get us in trouble, but we wouldn't care. But just like knowing the fact that those 2 years were hard for everybody that loved them. Ricky, Tomas, Don Tacho, my friend's sister, my brothers. It's hard. We just need to be there for everybody, you know? Damn, I told myself I wasn't gonna cry, but it's hard, guys. It's fucking hard just to remember everything about them. All the good times we had and school. Just keep your guys' head up, you know? Kind of relieved I let it out, but some way I'm still hurt. I wish things didn't go as they went. But that's my story, guys. About my friend. A good friend indeed. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll be back with more videos. Let me know what other videos you guys want. And I hope you guys liked it. And I hope you guys, whatever you guys are going through, or probably are already going through, just open up to someone. Because it's never good to hold it back or hold it in. But yeah. I'll be right back. I'll be back with another video. Bye, guys.